What is coming in 1.18? Disappointed that Caves and Cliffs is not in one big update? That's disappointing, but let's see what's coming in the future in December 2021 when Caves and Cliffs Part 2 comes out. We don't know everything about 1.18, but Mojang revealed some really cool features during the Minecraft live event. 1.18 focused on mostly world generation, while 1.17 focused on mostly blocks and mobs. But there are already 1.17 snapshots that show the features of 1.18. Let's start off with rabbits are finally useful for being killed anyways, because bundles are crafted from 2 string and 6 rabbit hide. Well, anyways, bundles are a type of storage where you can fit up to a stack of items in it by clicking and dragging any item to the bundle. So if you have a random item in your inventory, you can clean up your inventory a little bit. But for whatever reason, ender pearls, eggs, and other items that stack up to 16 will take up 4 item spaces, and any non-stackable item will fill it up completely. So it's a bit useless for clearing out your inventory. Kind of weird. But you know what else is weird? The names of the different types of noise caves, which are cheese, spaghetti, and noodle caves. Chief's Caves, such a weird name. Chief's Caves will appear in pockets underground, like holes in Swiss cheese. And in Spaghetti Caves, long squiggly tunnels, sometimes wide like, how do you say that? Tagliatelle. I totally didn't have to look that one up. Sometimes water lakes form in these caves, which is called,
aquifers.
Aquifers, which is a water level that is different from sea level, which is below Y level 31. Another type of cave, the Lush Cave, which above it has a azalea tree, then below on the floor is covered with moss blocks and many other varying blocks like glowberries, spore blossoms, and drip leaf, which many are already in 1.17. What's also in 1.17 is dripstone block and pointed dripstone block, which will make stalactites and stalagmites. These caves are mostly the same, as they are normal caves, just as dripstone blocks. Hopefully, they won't fall on you. Hang Song Dong was an inspiration of these caves. It's kind of dark in here, but the deep dark is probably even darker. There isn't much we know about the deep dark, but the cave is made of deep slate, and it'll have loot chests, and there might be a new structure there called Warden's Cabin. But what will be in deep dark? Well, none other than skulk blocks. There are a few variants, including skulk blocks, skulk shoots, and skulk trap. But these blocks are only for aesthetics. But the skulk block that has function is the skulk sensor, which detects a vibration and emits a redstone signal, which opens up the opportunity to do wireless redstone, which is so cool, and it detects vibration in an 8 block radius, but can stop vibration. But did you know that the skulk block is confirmed by a tweet to make up of the Warden? The Warden is a blind hostile mob. It detects vibration, not the player, directly, as it shows in a Minecraft live video. A good way to survive against the Warden is to throw snowballs or other projectiles to cause it to turn direction. This beast does a lot of damage. It can kill a player in netherite in 2 hits. A weird fact that I didn't know is that light sources will start to flicker if the Warden is nearby. A huge change that is coming is the build height limit change. The previous height limit was 256, will change to 320. And instead of bedrock stopping at 0, goes to -64, and the lower levels will be covered with deep slate. The second half of the Caves and Cliffs update is the cliffs or mountains, and there are many biomes, or rather sub-biomes, making up the mountain biome, like the mountain meadow, which generates with sweetberry bushes and cornflowers and dandelions. And you want rabbits or polar bears? Well, the mountain grove is the place for you, which generates with a spruce forest and has snow, powdered snow, or snowy blocks. Snowy slopes, which as it says in the name is a snowy slope, which comes with snow blocks, and powdered snow, and also spawns goats. One of the highest peaks is Lofty Peaks, which is covered in snow. The other of the highest peaks is snow-capped peaks, which sounds like the other one with it being snow-capped peaks, but this one is covered with snow and packed ice. On a totally separate note, archaeology, which at an archaeology site and a copper brush, you can brush blocks such as dirt, gravel, and various other items, but if you don't brush properly, you can risk destroying what is in the block. One new item you can find when doing archaeology things is ceramic shards, which you can create to make pots over a fire. Well, I hope you learned a few things about what's coming in December. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.